Hello class, welcome to AIMS India's live class sessions. Hope you remembered what we've learned about integers in the previous class. Integers have positive numbers, zero and then also have negative numbers. Positive numbers 0 and negative numbers together form the integers, right? In today's class we'll discuss in detail about addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of integers. Okay class, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of integers. What I have observed in the previous live class is that few students are they are expressing their views that they are having a doubt. Okay, it is good if you have a doubt. I've replied you asking what is your doubt, but some of you did not actually reply me with what the doubt was. You should, if it would be helpful if you write your doubt as well so that I can clarify it. Okay class, and then I thought okay, it's okay if you have any doubts also, because in the next class I will be covering more of this addition and subtraction of integers only. So here today we'll discuss in detail about addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of integers. First possibility is that we have two positive integers and then we have to add them. What is the first possibility class? It is that we have two positive integers, then we have to add. Now how do we do that? We do that, add them as natural numbers. We simply add them as natural numbers. For example, add 21 and 12. Now 21 and 12 are two positive integers, and how do we add them? We add them using the normal addition which we do normally. This is not anything new for us. When two positive integers are given, we simply add them as natural numbers, and the answer we get from 21 plus 12 is 33. And coming to the second example, 6 plus 6. Again, this was a doubt asked by one of the students in the live chat, so I have taken up this question from there. 6 plus 6 means nothing but we are having two positive integers, which is 6 and the other one is plus 6. As I said earlier, plus 6 is nothing but plus 6 is equal to 6 only. Plus 6 is equal to 6 only. So we can simplify this and write as 6 plus 6. Now what is the answer for 6 plus 6? 6 plus 6 is equals to 12. Right? 6 plus 6 is equals to 12. So two positive integers is nothing new for us. We just add them as natural numbers. Moving on, how do we add two negative integers? When we have two negative integers, we add their absolute values. What do? We add their absolute values. Give the negative sign to the sum obtained. Now what does absolute value here mean? Absolute value is the mod value. Absolute value is what? It is the mod value, which means it is the value of the number without the sign. For a negative integer minus 5, the absolute value would be 5. For the negative integer minus 20, the absolute value will be 20. Now what is he saying? When we have two negative integers, add their absolute values. We are having two negative integers. Now what to do? We should add their absolute values. 5 plus 0, 5, 2, 25. The answer will be 25. And what about the sign? Give negative sign to the sum obtained. Give what? Give negative sign to the sum obtained. As both the signs are negative in the given question, we put the negative sign for the answer as well. Okay, like when we add 2 apples and 1 apples, the answer will be 3 apples. Apples is common in both the numbers, so apples is written in the answer as well. In the same way, both the numbers have negative signs, so we put the same negative sign before our answer. Again, coming to the next example, minus 19 plus of minus 10. Now first one is minus 19. Okay, now as I said, this bracket represent what? These brackets represent multiplication. What do they represent? The brackets represent multiplication. Now we have to multiply the signs first. Plus into minus becomes what? Do you remember what I said regarding the signs? When we have different signs, the answer is negative. When we have a plus and a minus, the answer will be minus. in multiplication, when we multiply a plus and a minus sign, the answer will be minus. So plus into minus gives us minus. Then we write the number 10. Minus 19 minus 10. Again, how do we do this? We write minus 19 minus 10. We add the absolute values. 9 plus 0, 9, 1 plus 1, 2. And what do we do? As both the numbers have the negative sign, we put up negative sign for the answer as well. Minus 19 plus of minus 10 gives us the answer of what, class? It gives us the answer of minus 29. Hope this is clear. What did we do? Like for positive integers, we add them up as natural numbers. Positive integers are what we do addition regularly. Coming to negative integers, when two negative integers are given, you simply add them up, add their absolute values and give negative sign to the sum obtained. Okay class, and when we multiply plus and minus sign, we get minus. What happens when we multiply minus and minus? When we multiply minus and minus, we get plus, and plus into plus gives us also plus. So when the signs are same, when we have both same signs, then we get plus as answer. Again here also we have two minus signs, right? Both the signs are same, so the answer is plus. When we have different signs, the answer is minus. Is this clear class? When we have two negative integers, we add their absolute values and give the negative sign to the sum obtained. Moving on, one positive and one negative integer. We have looked at two positive integers. We have looked at how to add two negative integers. Now what if we have one positive and one negative integer? What we do here is, let us forget about these integers. If I give you this small problem of 10 minus 9, okay, 10 minus 9, how will you do this? You subtract 9, which is the smaller number, from the bigger number, which is 10, correct? 10 minus 9 gives us the answer of what? 1. Yes, in the same way, when one positive and one negative integer is given, we subtract the smallest absolute value from the largest. What are we doing? We are subtracting the smallest absolute value from the largest. And what sign should we give? Give the sign of the largest absolute value to the result. Give the sign of largest absolute value to the result. Let us look at the first example here. 34. We have to add 34 and minus 26. Now how will we write this? 34 plus of minus 26. Again, plus into minus becomes what? Plus into minus becomes minus. 34 minus 26. Now what will the answer of 34 minus 26 be? 34 is the greater number, 26 is the smaller number. We subtract these two. What will the answer be? 8. And coming to the sign, which of both the numbers has the highest absolute value, largest absolute value? Remember, you have to compare the largest absolute value, like 26 and 34. Which is the larger number here? 34 is the larger number. And what is the sign for 34? There is no sign in front of 34, which means it is a positive integer. So the answer will also have the positive sign. Again, this question was asked by one of the students in the yesterday's class live chat. So I took the same example here so that I can explain it to all of you. 34 plus of minus 26, plus into minus becomes minus, and when we subtract 26 from 34, we get 8 as the answer. As 34 is the larger number and it is a positive integer, we put up the positive sign in front of the answer. Understood class? We put up the positive sign in front of the answer. 34 minus 26 gives us plus 8. Coming to the next question, add 30 and minus 33. 30 plus of minus 33. Again, plus into minus becomes what? Plus into minus becomes minus. 30 minus 33. The simplified version will be 30 minus 33. Again, which is the higher number here? 33 is the higher number. 30 is the smaller number. Now what will we get upon subtraction? We get 3 as our answer. 33 minus 30 is 3. Now look at the signs here and look at the absolute values. I know that minus 33 is less than 30. Minus 33 is less than 30. But we are not looking at that value. We are looking at the absolute value. You have to compare 33 and 30. You shouldn't compare minus 33 and 30. Compare 33 and 30. Which of them has the larger absolute value? 33. And what sign does 33 have? Minus. So what sign will answer have? Answer will also have the minus or negative sign. Understood? What did we do here? We wrote 30 plus of minus 33. Plus into minus gives us minus. 30 minus 33. When we subtracted 30 from 33, we got the answer as 3. Now coming to the sign, among 30 and 33, 33 has the larger absolute value and it has the negative sign. So we are putting up the negative sign in front of the answer. So the answer will also have the negative sign because the higher absolute value is of 33 and 33 has negative sign. So the answer will also have the negative sign. Is this clear, class? 34 minus 26 gives us plus 8 and 30 minus 33 gives us minus 3. You have to subtract smallest absolute value from the largest and give the sign of largest absolute value to the result. I hope this is clear. Don't get confused in putting up the signs. You have to put the sign of the larger absolute value to the result. Again, what do we do when we have two or more integers? Again, these two questions I picked up from the live chat only. A few students had doubts in these two questions. So, I have took up those two questions and will solve them today. First question is 70 plus of minus 25. Again, plus of minus 50 plus 20 plus 10. Now, how to solve this? First, let us remove the brackets. To remove the brackets, we have to multiply the signs. 70 plus into minus becomes what? Both the signs are different. So, the answer will be minus. Plus into minus is minus. We have the number 25. Again, plus into minus becomes minus. We have the number 50 plus 20 plus 10. Now, there are two ways to solve this. What you can do is, you can solve 70 minus 25. What is 70 minus 25? 70 minus 25 is equals to 45. Then again you can do 45 minus 50. Then you can add 20 to the result and 10 to the result. But it will be quite difficult process. So what should we do is, we have to take out the positive numbers and add them up. 70 plus 20 plus 10. 70 plus 20 plus 10. What will the answer be of 70 plus 20 plus 10? 0. 7 plus 2, 9 plus 1, 10. 100. 100. The sum of positive integers is what? The sum of positive integers is 100. And again we have two negative integers, minus 25 and minus 30. Now what to do when we have two negative integers? We add their absolute values. 5 plus 0 is 5, 2 plus 5 is 7, and then give the negative sign to the result. So the result of minus 25 minus 50 is minus 75. We write minus 75 here. We write minus 75 here. And see, we've simplified such a big equation into two numbers. 100 minus 75. Now what to do when we have one positive and one negative integer? We subtract the smaller absolute value from the larger absolute value. 100 minus 75 is 25. And what about the sign? Which of these two has the larger absolute value? 100 has the larger absolute value. And what is 100 having? Is it a positive integer or a negative integer? It is a positive integer. So the answer will also have a plus sign. Is it clear? What did we do? First we solved the positive integers and then we solved the negative integers. Then we combined both the results and we got the answer as plus 25 or 25. Clear, class? The next question is 4 plus 2. Again we have the confusion of brackets here. What should we do when we have such brackets? Go to the innermost bracket. Go to the innermost bracket, which is this 4 minus 7. How do we solve 4 minus 7? We have one positive and one negative integer. We subtract the small. What do? We subtract the smaller absolute value from the larger absolute value. What does 7 minus 4 is equal to? What is 7 minus 4? 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. And what about the sign? 7 has the higher absolute value. Absolute class. Remember, I am talking about absolute value which is without the sign. If you consider the sign, 4 as the higher value, but I am talking about absolute value here. So 7 has the higher absolute value. 7 is carrying the minus sign, so the answer will also have the minus sign. We've solved what? We've solved the innermost bracket, which is 4 minus 7, and we got the answer of minus 3. We got the answer of minus 3. Again, let us solve this bracket now. 1 into minus 3. 1 into minus 3. How do we write this? Let us multiply the signs first. 1 has a positive sign and 3 has negatives. Minus 3 has negative sign. Plus into minus becomes what? Plus into minus becomes minus. Then we multiply the absolute values. 1 into 3. 1 3s are 3. Right? 1 3s are 3. Now this equation is reduced to 4 plus 2 into minus 3. Now let us solve this part. 2 into minus 3. What is 2 into minus 3? Plus into minus becomes minus. 2 3s are 6. 2 3s are 6. So the final equation is 4 minus 6. The reduced equation is 4 minus 6. Now what is the answer of 4 minus 6? How do we solve this? We subtract the smaller absolute value from the larger absolute value. 6 minus 4 is equals to 2, and 6 is the number with higher absolute value. It has the negative sign, so we put negative sign for the answer as well. Now what is the final answer for this equation? The final answer for this equation is minus 2. That was all about addition of integers. What comes after addition? After addition, we have subtraction of integers. What do we have? We have subtraction of integers. The first case possible is that we have two positive integers, and how do we subtract them? We are having two positive integers, 90 and 82 here. How do we subtract them? We subtract them as natural numbers. This is the normal subtraction we regularly do. 90 minus 82 is 8. Again here 90 has the higher absolute value. Yes or no? 90 has the higher absolute value. Now what is the sign for 90? 90 has no sign, which means it is a positive number with a plus sign. So the answer we got here 8 also will carry the same plus sign. Is it understood? Is it clear? We subtracted the smaller absolute value from the larger absolute value, and then we put up the same sign as the number with the larger absolute value. The number with larger absolute value is 90. It is positive integer, so the answer will also be a positive integer. The next case can be two negative integers. When two negative integers minus 90 and minus 82 are given. Now look at the difference here between the previous question and this question. We are having brackets here and we are having two negative signs, which means that minus 90 is a negative integer, minus 82 is another negative integer, and we are subtracting both of them. Is it clear? Minus 90 is the first integer, minus 82 is the second integer, and we are subtracting both of them. Now how do we do this? Here we are having a bracket, which means that we have to multiply the signs. First write minus 90. Now what does minus into minus? What is minus into minus? Minus into minus is equal to plus. How means both the signs are same, so the answer is plus. When both same signs are multiplied, the answer will be plus. Then we write the integer 82. Now here we are having a negative integer and positive integer. How do we solve this? We solve this by subtracting the smaller absolute value from the larger absolute value, right? Addition and subtraction are very much similar. The only they follow the same rules like subtracting the smaller absolute value from larger absolute value, and even the signs we put up for the answers also follow the same rules as of addition. The sign of the larger absolute value number will be placed for the answer as well. Now we are having minus 90 and 82 as our two integers. What do? We subtract the lower absolute value from the higher absolute value. 90 minus 82 is 8. And which sign shall we put here? 90 is having the higher absolute value. 90 is having a negative sign. So the answer will also have the negative sign. Understood? The same rules which we have followed for addition apply to subtraction as well. The third possible case is we have one positive and one negative integer. Again the same as addition. Subtract the smallest absolute value from the largest. Give the sign of largest absolute value to the result. First question is subtract 34 and minus 26. 34 minus, again it is important to open the brackets and put minus 26 inside it, because here we are having the minus operator here, that is which is used for subtraction, and then the number itself is carrying another sign which is negative with it. So it is important for us to place these brackets. 34 minus of minus 26. Now what is minus into minus equal to? Minus into minus is equal to what? Is equal to 4. Both the signs are same. So when we multiply similar signs, the answer we get is positive sign. 34 plus the next integer is 26. What is 34 plus 26 equal to? 34 plus 26 is equal to 60. And what about the sign? Both the integers are positive here. So the result will also have the positive sign. Simply the answer of subtracting 34 and 26 minus 26 is equal to what did we get? We got 60, which is a positive integer. Again next question is subtract minus 30 and 33. Minus 30 is the first integer we have to subtract, and second integer is 33. Now look at this here. How is this? This is taking the form of two negative integers. How do we add? Now here look at this, both the signs are minus, right? Now what would you have done if the question was 30 plus 33? What will you do? 30 plus 33 means you will simply add up both the numbers, which will give us the answer of 63, right? You will simply add up both the numbers, and as both the numbers are positive, the answer will also be positive. In the same way, for minus 30 and minus 33, both the numbers are having the same signs, so we add up both their absolute values. 30 plus 33 is 63, and as both the numbers are having the negative sign, the same negative sign is applied to the answer as well. Is it clear? Minus 30 minus 33. Both the integers are having the same signs now. So we add both their absolute values, and the sign which is carried by both the integers is placed for the result as well. So minus 30 minus 33 is equals to minus 63. The answer is minus 63. Is it clear, class? The same rules apply to both addition and subtraction. Next topic is multiplication and division of integers. Now we have completed addition and subtraction. Now we have come to multiplication and division. In case of multiplication, if the signs are same, then the result is positive. If the signs are different, then the result is negative. We know this, right? We have been learning about this from the first class. Let us look at the first example here. 2 into 5. Now both the numbers are having the positive signs. I mean they are not having positive signs, which means that they are positive. There is no need to specifically mention the plus sign here. We simply assume that both the numbers are having the plus sign. 2 5s are 10, and as both the numbers are having the plus sign, answer will also be positive. Next one is minus 2 into minus 5. Again, both the numbers are having what? Both the numbers are having negative sign. Both the numbers are having negative sign, so the result will be positive. These are same signs here, so the result is positive. Coming to the absolute values, 2 into 5 is equals to 10. In integers, first we solve the sign and then we solve their absolute values, because it might you'll get confused if you solve both of them at once. But as you keep practicing, solving these type of questions will be easier for you. Coming to division, 8 divided by 4. 8 divided by 4. If you look at the signs, both the numbers are positive. Both the numbers are positive integers. So the answer will also be a positive integer. Now coming to the absolute value, 8 divided by 4 is what? 8 divided by 4 is 2. Next one is minus 8 divided by minus 4. Again, both the numbers are negative. That means both the signs are same. So what will the result be? The result will be positive. The result is positive here. Again, the absolute value 8 divided by 4 is equals to 2. Understood, class? If we have both same signs in multiplication or division, the result will be positive. If both the signs are same, then the result will be positive. It is in which case? It is only in the case of multiplication and division. If the signs are different, then the result is negative. Now look at this multiplication here. Minus 2 into minus 5. First look at the signs. 2 is having a negative sign and 5 is a positive number. Negative into negative and positive. Both the signs are different, right? Both the signs are different. So what will the result be? The result will be negative. The result will have a negative sign. Are you seeing this? The result is having a negative sign because both the signs given in the question are different. Coming to the absolute values, 2 into 5 is equals to what? 2 into 5 is equal to 10. Next one is 2 into minus 5. Again, 2 is having positive sign and 5 is having negative sign. So both the signs are different. So the result will be negative. Coming to the absolute values, 2 into 5 is equals to 10. The signs are different, so the result is negative in both the cases. Coming to division, minus 8 by 4. Here 8 is negative and 4 is positive. Both the signs are different. Hence the result is also carrying the negative sign. Coming to the absolute values, 8 divided by 4 is equal to 2. Absolute value, again, what is absolute value? Absolute value is the value of the number without the sign. The number is minus 8, but the absolute value is 8. Okay. The second example, 8 divided by minus 4. 8 is having a positive sign and 4 is having a negative sign. Both the signs are different, so the answer is negative. Coming to the absolute values, 8 divided by 4 is equal to 2. Is this clear, class? In case of multiplication and division, if signs are same, then the result is positive. If signs are different, then the result is negative. What do we do in case of addition and subtraction? If both the numbers are positive, then the answer is positive. If both the numbers are negative, then the answer is negative. If one is positive and other is negative, what will the answer have? The answer will carry the sign of largest absolute value. The result will carry the sign of largest absolute value. This is clear, right? In case of addition and subtraction, if both the numbers are positive, then the answer will also have the positive sign. If both the numbers are negative, then the answer will also have a negative sign. If one is positive and the other is negative, the result will have the same sign as of the largest absolute number, absolute value. How do we multiply two or more negative integers? What do we do when we have to multiply two or more negative integers? Now look at this first example. We are having minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2. Now what is minus into minus? Minus into minus means both the numbers are having the same sign. So the answer will be positive. The answer will be what? The answer will be positive. Now this plus into minus. Plus into minus. Now both the numbers are having different signs. One is plus and other is minus. So the answer will be negative. So the final answer here will be negative. Coming to the absolute values, 2 into 2 into 2 is equal to what? 2 into 2 into 2 is equals to 8. 2 2s are 4 and 4 2s are 8. Is this clear? What did we do? First we multiplied the signs of first two numbers and then we multiplied the resulting sign with the last number. Coming to the second one, again minus into minus gives us what? Minus into minus gives us plus. Now this plus into minus gives us what? Plus into minus gives us minus. As both the signs are different, the result is negative. And this minus into plus gives us what? Minus into minus, sorry. Both the signs are same, so the final answer will be positive. Is this clear? Minus into minus gave us plus. Plus into minus is minus. Minus into minus is plus. Now coming to the absolute values, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16. Understood class? First we find out the sign of the result and then we multiply the absolute values of the number. Coming to the third example, minus into minus is plus. Again plus into minus gives us minus y. Why? Because both the signs are different. This minus into minus gives us plus and this plus into minus gives us what? Both the signs are different. So the answer will be, the result will be negative. The final result will be negative. Coming to the absolute values, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16, 16 2s are 32. Is this clear? How did we do this? And coming to the last one, minus into plus gives us what? Both the signs are different. So the answer will be negative. Again minus into minus, both the signs are same. So the answer will be positive. The last one, plus into minus. The final result, what will it have? Plus into minus means both the signs are different. So the final answer will have a negative sign. Coming to the absolute values, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16. Is this clear? How did we do this? First we found out the sign of the result and then we multiplied the, and then what did we do? We multiplied the absolute values. But if you observe a pattern here, what I want you to do is observe the pattern. Here there were 3 negative signs. How many negative signs? 3 negative signs. So the answer we got also had a negative sign. But here we had 4 negative signs. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the answer we got had a positive sign. Here we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 negative signs and the answer had a negative sign. Here we had 3 negatives. 3 negatives. Here we had 4 negatives. Here we had 5 negatives. Again here 1, 2, 3 we had 3 negatives. Am I right? If you observe the pattern, when we had odd number of negatives, what is 3? Is 3 an odd number or an even number? 3 is an odd number, right? So when we had odd number of negatives, the result is negative. And 4 is what? 4 is an even number. So when we have even number of negatives, the answer will be positive. Understood? When the number of negatives are odd, the result will also have a negative sign. When the number of negatives are even, the result will also have a positive sign. Again 5 is an odd number, so the result had a negative sign. Remember here 5 means 5 negative signs. Count the number of negative signs in the given multiplication. If it is odd, then the final result will have a negative sign. If the number of negative signs given in the question are even, then the result will have a positive sign. Is it clear? Now this is a like a shortcut or a trick to remember, which will help you solve the problems easily without wasting any time. You need not solve, like need not go through a troublesome process like minus into minus plus, again plus into minus minus. Instead you can simply count the number of negatives and write the sign. If it is odd, we will put up a negative sign, and if it is even, we'll put up a positive sign. Is this clear? I hope this is clear, because now is the time for today's quiz. Question number 1. What is the addition of minus 613 and minus 700 is? Option A 1313, option B minus 1313, option C minus 113, option D 113. Now what is the correct answer here, class? Yes, the correct answer is option B minus 1113. How? We have minus 613 and we have minus 700. When we add these two, we get the answer of 1313, and coming to the signs, it is addition. So both the numbers have negative, so the result will also carry the negative sign. Is this clear? We've added up the absolute values of the number, and then as both the numbers are carrying negative sign, the answer will also have a negative sign. Question number 2. Addition of 13 and minus 700 is? Option A 713, option B minus 687, option C 687, option D minus 713. Now which is the correct answer here? Yes, the correct answer is B minus 687. How? 13 plus of minus 700, plus into minus becomes minus. So 13 minus 700. How do we do this? Minus 700 plus 13. If we subtract, what should we do? We should subtract the lower absolute value from the higher absolute value. If we subtract 700 from 13, we get the answer as 687. Now coming to the sign, 700 has the higher absolute value. It is carrying the negative sign, so the result will also have the negative sign. The answer is minus 687. Okay. Question number 3. Subtract minus 61 and minus 80. Option A 21, option B minus 21, option C minus 141, option D 141. Which is the correct answer here? The correct answer here is not minus 21. The correct answer here is 21. How means? Minus 61 minus of minus 80. Minus 61 minus of minus 80. Now minus into minus becomes what? Minus into minus becomes plus. Minus 61 plus 80. If we write this in subtraction form, 80 minus 61. 80 minus 61 means the normal subtraction we do. 80 minus 61 gives us the answer of 19. Oh sorry, it is not 21, it is 19. I just look. Sorry, the option given here is wrong. The correct answer for minus 61 minus of minus 80 is plus 19. Again, if you apply the rule of higher absolute value, the number with higher absolute value is 80. It is having a positive sign, so the answer is also having a positive sign. Is this clear, class? Minus 61. The first integer is minus 61. Then as they are asking us to subtract, we put up the minus sign, then the second integer is minus 80. So we put up it inside a bracket as it is also having a sign of its own. Minus into minus is plus. Minus 61 plus 80 is equals to 19, and as 80 is the higher absolute value number and it has a positive sign, the answer is also having a positive sign. Is it clear? Sorry for the wrong option here. The correct answer is 19 plus 19. Question number 4. Multiply minus 5 and minus 4. Option A minus 20, option B 20, option C minus 9, option D 9. What is the correct answer here? Yes, the correct answer is 20. How is it 20? When we multiply minus 5 and minus 4, first look at the signs. We are having two same signs and we are multiplying them. Now what will the result be? The result will be a positive integer. As both the signs are same, the result will be positive. Coming to the absolute values, 5 fours are 20. So the answer is positive integer 20 plus 20 or 20. Question number 5. Divide minus 35 and 7. Option A 5, option B 28, option C minus 5, option D minus 28. Which is the correct answer? We are dividing here, dividing a positive and a negative integer. The correct answer is minus 5. How? If we write minus 35 divided by 7, first let us look at the signs. One is negative and the other is positive. When the signs are different, in case of multiplication and division, the result will be negative. The result will be what? The result will be negative. And coming to the absolute values, we know that 7 5s are 35. 7 5s are 35. So the answer is minus 5. Understood? As the signs of both the integers are different, the result is having a negative sign. Question number 6. Divide minus 72 and minus 9. Option A minus 81, option B 81, option C 8 and option D minus 8. Which is the correct answer? Yes, I am seeing many correct answers here. It is option C 8. How? Minus 72 divided by minus 7. Both the signs are same, so the result will be positive. 9 8s are 72. So the answer is plus 8. The answer of division between minus 72 and minus 9 is plus 8. Question number 7, the last question for the day. If 5 integers are multiplied, listen to this carefully. If 5 integers are multiplied and the product is negative, which of the following statements could be true about those integers? What is he saying here? There are 5 integers which are multiplied and the product is negative. Which of the following statements could be true about integers? Option A, 2 integers are negative and 3 are positive. Option B, all 5 are positive. Option C, 3 are negative, 2 are positive. Option C, 4 are negative, 1 is positive. Remember what I told about multiplying many integers? If the number of negative integers in a given multiplication is odd, then the result will have a negative sign. If the number of negative integers is even, then the result will have a positive sign. Here they are saying that the result or the product of multiplication is negative. Now look at the number of negative integers in the given options. Here they are saying there are 2 negative integers. 2 is an even number, so it is not positive. So the result will be positive and this is the wrong answer. Next, all 5 are positive. There are no negative numbers only. So the result will obviously be positive. So again this is the wrong answer. Option C, 3 are negative and 2 are positive. What is 3? 3 is an odd number. the number of negative numbers in the given multiplication are odd. So what will the result have? The result will have a negative sign. So this is the correct answer. Last option is 4 are negative. Again 4 is an even number, so the result will be positive. It is the wrong answer. Understood, children? Option C is the correct answer here. Which option? Option C is the correct answer. 3 integers are negative and 2 are positive. It could have also been 1 integer is negative and 4 are positive. 1 is also an odd number, right? So even 1 are negative and 4 is positive will also be the correct answer for the given question. I hope you understood today's class. What did we learn today? We learned about addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of integers. For multiplication and division of integers, when both the signs of the numbers are same, then the result will be positive. If the signs are different, then the result will be negative. Right? Hope all the topics are clear. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to receive latest updates.